out of the blue, what are you doing for OE activities?
Oh, OE activities? I understand we have to do it, but we haven't done anything yet.
I also understand we have to do it, but we're so busy every day that we don't have time to do a lot of things. Plus, OE activities sound kind of daunting.
We have been hearing the term OE a lot in the past few years.
As you said, Chapo, it's true we've been hearing the term OE a lot. But when asked, simply speaking, what is it? I honestly don't know.
I see. Mako, so you are saying you are puzzled about what is OE?
Also, I'm not sure what we have to do to say we are working on OE activities.
Takashi, it sounds like you would like to clear that up so you can start OE activities. So, what is OE in the first place? Let's think about it together, starting from the beginning. OE stands for Operational Excellence. When we think of operations, we tend to think of tasks, etc. But it also refers to our work itself.
It's not just a simple task.
That's right. OE is the state in which operations, in other words, your work, despite environmental changes, are able to maintain a competitive advantage by thoroughly refined operations.
Refined, is it? I don't know. I guess I kind of get it. But I can't really picture what a refined state is like.
I know. It's kind of vague, and it's hard to grasp what state would be considered OE.
Actually, the Ajinomoto group aims to achieve 5 goals of refined state. The first is that the workflow is lean and efficient. The second is that the operations are done as a team or organization, not as a personal effort. The third is that the operations are designed to stay ahead of the competitors. The fourth is that the goals of the operation are linked across the organization. The fifth is that the operations are designed to provide high value to customers. These 5 are defined as the refined states.
Oh, I didn't know that.
This does not mean that we should be able to do just one of these things, but that we should aim for all of them. And the Ajinomoto group calls the efforts we make to achieve these goals OE activities.
I thought OE activities were something to do with a fixed format.
No, that's not what it is.
But I still can't grasp what can or cannot be considered OE.
Then let's learn a little more about what each of these goals mean, shall we? The first goal is that the workflow is lean and efficient. What are some of the things that you think of as being a waste of time on a daily basis?
Oh, there's a number of approval steps, and then there's all the other arrangements. So it takes a very long time to decide on something.
Yeah, I know. Also, I've been asked to make the same kind of document over and over again. It's a lot of rework.
Yes, that's what got me into trouble the other day.
I see. Actually, the first goal, the workflow is lean and efficient, means that there is no such situation. For example, what if the approval process was shortened?
That would be very helpful.
When you put it that way, I think I can picture it. In other words, thinking about how to stop doing things that are a waste of time, so that I can focus on what I really want to do.
Yes. The same day can be spent differently.
Chapo, the second goal, the operations are done as a team or organization, seems pretty obvious to me.
Obvious. You're right.
I see. I often hear people say the problem is that the work is becoming more and more dependent on a single individual. But what do you think about that?
The last time one of our members took a sudden day off, it was difficult because no one knew how to proceed with the details.
Even if the general points are shared, the details are often done differently by each person.
That's right.
Isn't it troubling for a newly transferred person if each person has a different way of doing things?
Yes, of course.
It becomes inefficient at that moment.
Then what if, as an organization, the details of how to do things were shared?
Certainly, it would be nice if it was shared.
But it's not an easy thing to do. We've been working on this for some time.
Yes, but that means it's not enough, right?
I guess you could say so.
The state where efforts are further developed and the way the work is done and the status of the work is known to all, this is the second goal. The operations are done as a team or organization.
Sure, if everyone knows, then it would feel like we are doing our work as an organization.
But it's not that simple.
Yeah.
That's why we need to keep working toward it and keep refining operations.
I feel like we've stepped into a long road.
But it is also a road that cannot be avoided.
An unavoidable road indeed. By the way, who do you think decides if your work is better than other competitors or not?
Our customers?
Our competitors, too, right?
Yes, the state in which customers and competitors say, as expected of Ajinomoto. This is what we mean by the operations are designed to keep us ahead of our competitors.
Do you mean that we will be benchmarked and targeted for each operation?
It means to do operations in a way that makes people want to imitate or catch up with you. But how about now?
It's hard to compare with other companies, but if you ask me if I am confident, I'm a little unsure.
By refining our work, always paying attention to how our work practices and performance compare with those of other companies, we can proudly say we are better than others. This is our goal.
That would be great if that happened.
It also means that we have to work hard to make sure that it happens.
Yes, that's right. Let's all work on this together.
What does the fourth goal, operational goals are linked across the organization, mean?
I see. Before answering that, I have a question. Around you, Takashi and Mako, is there ever a situation where you feel it's too hard to get other departments involved, so let's just do what we can do ourselves?
It happens all the time.
But do you really think that would maximize customer value for the Ajinomoto group?
Everyone thinks that cross-organizational cooperation is necessary, but it takes time and more work to involve other departments.
Yes, it's one of those things we want to do, but we can't.
But the situation of the organization doesn't matter to the customer, does it?
That's true, but
I can't argue with that.
Yes, for everyone in the Ajinomoto group to work together while considering overall optimization from the customer's point of view is the most important thing when doing OE activities.
You're right. From the customer's point of view, it's hard not to think about overall optimization.
that means I have to start thinking about the overall connection between my work and the work of others.
That's good. Let's go to the last goal. Operations are designed to provide high value to customers. By the way, have you ever been asked for similar reports from various people and felt, why do I have to answer the same thing every time?
Yes, I get asked to report from various departments, but honestly, I wonder why they don't just ask me altogether. In some respects, that's what keeps me busy.
Similarly, there are times when we get the same information from many different places, but we don't know which one is the latest, right?
Yes, it's so time-consuming to have to constantly double-check emails.
Imagine you two were customers. If you get reports that have to answer similar questions, or if information you get cannot tell which is the latest, would you think that the people you face are customer-driven?
No, it's not customer-driven at all.
They often say that the back-end process is the customer, but there should be some cases in which people within the company can be customers too.
Yes, customers are not only outside the company, but also within. Clarifying who our customers are and what value we can add and how we can add it, and always thinking about these factors while working, is what we mean when we say operations are designed to provide high value to customers.
Do you mean how sometimes it takes time for internal checks, which in turn makes customers wait? But if the checks were smoother, we would be happy and the customers wouldn't have to wait.
Exactly! It means that you can offer high value to both external and internal customers.
I see. I think I'm starting to understand what OE is.
That's good to hear. In the second part, let's think together about two things. Why do we need to do OE activities? And how should we work on it?